Face the Nation moderator and CBS News political director John Dickerson is in Washington. John, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
So you have the unleashing of all these attacks against Donald Trump. Will it, in fact, have a dent in his popularity or simply embolden his supporters to do and deepen their own commitment?
It's possible that it does both. It's possible that it's both a turnout mechanism for all of those people who think who are so disappointed with the establishment, and it now looks like the establishment is trying to steal their candidate away from them. But it also might focus the mind of some Republicans who've been kind of wondering, well, or just kind of tuning it out. Mitt Romney tried to really set the stakes for Republican voters.
John, what about the attacks on Trump University? I mean, he called it a minor civil case, but there's 5,000 workers that are suing him. And it was not just a main topic in the debate last night and a main part of Rubio's attacks, but it's now the main topic of super PAC ads. Do you think that might have a dent in states like Florida?
It goes at his professionalism, and his brand is in the middle of that. So it might work a little bit better rather than some of these more childish attacks. It goes at competency, and it goes to this thing of sort of saying one thing and doing another. Marco Rubio's argument that this is a template for what he will do to the voters. But it also gets in the weeds pretty quickly, and so I'm not sure it has a big impact.
John, there was argument after argument against Trump's candidacy. And then at the end of the night, all the folks on the stage said, well, they would support him, in fact, if he were the nominee. That seemed to undercut an entire day where they were trying to work against that exact point.
I think that's right. I think it swallows the attack that they're making. If they're saying that he's going to ruin the country and ruin the Republican Party, then they sort of step back from that if they say, well, but I'll endorse him anyway. So it doesn't seem to be that effective, but this is politics.
So how does it look for March 15th for him?
Well, we're a little bit a ways away. I mean, March 15th is the date that everybody's focusing on, because if the establishment is going to stop Donald Trump, they're going to have to do it in Florida and Ohio, which vote on those days, winner-take-all contests. The strategy, it's a bit of a long shot at the moment, though, is to have Rubio win in Florida and to have Kasich win in Ohio. That would deny Trump the delegates, or start to deny him the delegates to get to Cleveland in the convention, and then hopefully they'd be able to work it out there. But right now, it looks like Trump is still in pretty good shape in those two states.
Is there one person behind the scenes running all these attacks against Donald Trump?
No.
Thank you, John.